Ooh, that's a good one. I don't have a 5-year-old. It would be easier if I did.
Well, I would say we look after the people.
Yeah, I would say it's like being lots of people's mummies. It's just pretty much it.
I sell computer stuff to businesses.
I'm trying to think. My job is to buy lots and lots of computer equipment to keep businesses happy.
Oh, goodness. I work with computers. I create the software that makes the computers work, and the internet websites that you see are basically I design and create those.
What do I do? Honestly, I work with some very intelligent people, and I try and get them into places where they can do the clever things.
I solve complex use cases.
My 6-year-old says regularly that I'm a policewoman. I say, no, I'm not. I say, I just make sure that we don't break the law.
Your heat lamps.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have heat lamps for my my greenhouse, but also I'm the person that would set up the television and everything else because my husband's absolutely useless. So I think in our household, I'm definitely the technical expert, but yeah.
Smart house, I guess. Does that count?
Yeah. I can talk to Alexa and Siri.
For me, I'm a glider pilot. I fly sailplanes, gliders in the UK, and it's quite technical. There's a lot of not only flying the glider, but actually working with the technology. We've got instruments that are extremely advanced, GPS, phone, all sort of navigation stuff. So yeah.
Most technical outside of work would be with music.
I'm married to a tech person.
I'm the IT grandchild for my nana. I'm the one that helps her with her online shopping.
Got an Apple Watch.
I have half a physics degree. I suppose that's sort of techie. And I do a little bit of coding as sort of... I do.
Wow.
Yeah, just recently.
That's amazing.
Just thought I'd upskill myself, maybe start understanding what people around me are actually talking about.
That's amazing.
So, you know, watch this space. I might not be in compliance anymore.
If you're in the right place, everyone just wants good people working hard, and it's not a consideration, and that's what you want it to be.
Yeah, and it's not something that you notice either, really, I don't think.
No.
Occasionally it's like you're the only woman in the room in a meeting, but for the vast majority of the time it's like so.
Yeah, and it's probably not a universal experience. Every company's probably different, but if you're in the right place, you don't really notice it.
I've never felt that I'm at a disadvantage for my gender within razorblue. I might have felt that in other industries that I've worked in, but that has never happened within razorblue, which I think is a testament that we are quite open and inclusive, and I don't know if you feel the same. I've never felt overwhelmed or intimidated with being in the office with just men.
Yeah, I would probably echo exactly the same. I don't feel like there's any difference. I think in previous roles I have, but I think it's more to do with the individual usually than the gender, I would say.
Yeah, so
Personally, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't walk in and think, wow, this is full of men. They're full of colleagues, male, female. Doesn't make any difference to me. It is a male industry, but it never put me off. It never bothers me. The guys are brilliant here. Everyone's really helpful. I've never seen it as it's ever even been on my radar till it got pointed out to me, to be honest.
If you think you're in an industry where it is male dominated, just 3 tips. Be passionate in what you're doing and negotiate yourself, negotiate what you want, and believe in yourself.
I don't feel like I am any less than anybody I work with.
I've never thought that.
No.
You're just a colleague, you're all even.
Exactly.
And I think how razorblue set out with everyone sitting together, you feel it even more.
Yeah.
I completely agree. You need to be yourself and stand up for yourself and understand that you're just as good as everyone, you know, all the men in the building, you're just as good as them. I think the industry's actually changed in the 20 years I've been, oh my God, 20 years I've been in the industry. I think it's changed a lot. There's now far more women in tech. I mean, for example, when I first started, I never ever met another female programmer. And now there's you here. razorblue itself is 30% women, so you know it's just great. It's great to see the change.
I think we're good for the industry standard. We do well like against other tech companies, but what is it? Is it 16%? It's not a very high percentage, is it?
Yeah, you don't want the bar to be the industry average. You know, like
exactly.
the bar to be higher.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think we could definitely do with more. But the ones we've got are pretty good. So
I think we can always improve. And I think that's the problem with the technology industry. It's so hard to get women to apply. So our ratio of male applicants versus female applicants is, you know, there's a bigger difference between the gender that's applying. And that's unfortunate because we do want to have more females in the tech industry.
Technical roles, we do struggle.
Yeah.
But it is the industry.
Yeah. And I think also we're trying to address that. So we have hybrid working and we have flexible working as well introduced. We have part-time positions now on the service desk as well. And so hopefully that does open the industry or razorblue for more women, because unfortunately women are still statistically they're carers in the house and they still look after the children. So and I think we are trying to address that by giving people more flexibility, especially on our service desk. I don't want, you know, if people want to or women want to continue their career, I don't want the fact that you can't because you have to be home at a certain time be the stopper to that. And so we have introduced part-time working as well.
I see women in all the departments here, from leadership, the service desk, yes.
Yeah, it's really good to see and refreshing. I'm not sure how other companies are, but certainly razorblue, you know, it's great to see so many women, as you say, in every department.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
When we advertise jobs, we use software that kind of reads the adverts, so it tells you if it's putting a barrier with the language, appeals to females as well as males.
And we have a good balance of that.
Yeah.
I can't really say yes or no because then it would go back on what I said earlier about viewing people as colleagues. It's great to have women in, great to have guys in. We're all here to do a job. So I don't really know the answers for that. We're just colleagues.
No, I agree. I absolutely second that. I think I'm a firm believer of equality in that the person more skilled for the job should get the role regardless of gender. So.
So, to be honest, with HR, it's pretty much it's transferable from industry to industry. And so when I applied for razorblue, I read the website, but most of it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I think the first few months were when people were talking about different acronyms, it was difficult to follow. But now, you know, it's fast paced. And I think it's exciting as well because there's always something new. There's different challenges that we face. We've grown so much as an organisation. And you can see also the passion people have for technology within the business, which is always nice to see people enjoying coming to work because they're working on diverse projects and technologies that they probably wouldn't have if they were in an internal IT business. So I think that's nice to see from a people aspect from where we are. It's nice to sell razorblue as an employer. We always try to do our best, and that comes through, you know, in the people that work here as well.
I've always been interested in tech and development, and I joined quite a while ago. So this business in particular interested me because I sort of knew the growth ideas and was interested in growing with the company.
the way that tech is developing with the AI, and it blows my mind.
I think for me, I saw it as a pretty safe bet as a career. I mean, it just seemed like technology is only going up, and if I was looking for a job that I was going to start out in, it was a place that seemed pretty safe, that I didn't need to worry about losing my job.
Yeah.
In a really straightforward way.
Yeah. Yeah, I fell into it completely by accident. I think if you'd have asked me at 18 where I was going to be working, I would not have said a tech company. Yeah, I was kind of more in the creative world. So, yeah, it was a bit of an accident, to be honest.
10, 15 years back, when I was studying, getting a degree in information technology or in the computer science was a huge demand, and that attracted youngsters. And around 2005, 2008, there were a lot of IT opportunities, and due to the market demand, I preferred to learn information technology. And it was saying, people say softwares are for women, computers are for women. And that motivated me. So I thought, okay, let's learn something technical.
Yeah.
And yeah.
On a personal level, I would say it's because it's fast-paced, it's because it's exciting. It's always changing and evolving. The innovation kind of challenges you, and just the change of pace and the excitement of things not standing still, I think.
I guess my story's a bit similar. I at age 7, was given a ZX Spectrum and learned to use that. And then from there, started using other computers, BBC Micros, Apple, things like that, Commodores, up through the ranks. And I just felt that technology was a place I wanted to be, that I wanted to learn this stuff, that it was going to be a big part of the future.
Yeah.
And I didn't see a lot of other women in tech at the time. For example, my degree course, I think there were 5 women and 3 dropped out. Only 2 women actually graduated. But, you know, I still felt that it was a place I wanted to be. It was something I was really good at. And yeah, it's been a great career so far.
I've always been into sort of STEM. So when I did my GCSEs, I did further maths, additional science and woodwork. I was actually the only girl in the woodwork class.
That's so random. I love it.
And then I went into hairdressing. Weird, right? So yeah, I've always been sort of into STEM, and I enjoy learning things.
Do it.
Yeah, nothing stopping you. Yeah.
Don't ever let stats or anything make you change your mind.
Yeah.
They're just numbers.
Yeah.
It's about the person.
I think it would be the same to a woman starting any career. Do what you want to do and go for it, and just believe in yourself, however cheesy it might sound. But, you know, especially tech, if you want to join or work in tech, then you have to be prepared for the pace.
We are not in the world where our mother or grandmother lived, where they had only limited career choices. Now we have plenty of options. If you want to be a tech, you need not be a coder. No need to worry about the complex queries, as I said before. There are a lot of options in tech. Be a product owner, or be the program manager, or project manager, or design. Yeah, there are different verticals in tech. So if you think tech is a good choice, explore the different areas and go for it.
Don't be intimidated by it. Don't be intimidated. It's very fast paced. There's lots of moving parts. I think it is male dominated. I think there's a stereotype of like what the tech person looks like, and none of it is true. I think, you know, going to it with an open mind, and yeah, it can really open doors for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't limit yourself to where you think your place should be. If it's where you want to be, make your place there.
I think the one piece of advice I could give is pick something you enjoy doing and do it well. And I think it's the old adage, you know, if you enjoy doing what you do, if you enjoy doing your work, you'll never actually work a day in your life.
I think we're equitable across the board for both genders here. There's certain initiatives like menopause policy and
Yeah.
things that we like.
One thing that is reducing the barriers rather than looking at initiatives. It's like, how do we reduce the barriers to women joining technology? Is, it's like I mentioned, it's giving them the flexibility.
I think doing promotional videos like this to shine a spotlight on, because I know the industry is male dominated, it's nice to give the girls a shout out. Nice to give the guys a shout out as well, to be fair. We all work hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've already got quite a lot of good policies in place. For example, we've got enhanced maternity, so we've got a lot better maternity than any other company.
I think we need more female voices, especially in senior positions. So talking about like our board or like senior management positions.
Personally, think, like you say, male and female, we do have a good culture here. So
I don't feel like anything's missing.
no, I don't feel not empowered.
I would love to see more opportunities to go speak to kind of young women, and when they're going out and choosing their career, I didn't see women in tech.
No.
And I didn't even consider it until I then started having to I was probably after university age before I really started to think about where I wanted my career to be. And I think if I had seen women in the industry reaching out to me, I'd have been aware of it a lot sooner and things could have been very different.
That's a broad scope.
I hate driving from one place to another. I hate the waste of time. So if I can, teleport myself from one area to the next within 5 minutes, that would be amazing. There's just a time wasting driving from one place, especially if you're stuck in traffic. Really frustrates me.
Yeah.
I guess some sort of household robot or AI, similar to some of the TV programs you see, something just to take away all the chores so you can just spend your life enjoying time with your family and doing what you love to do, your hobbies and things like that.
Something that would make a bunk bed, because climbing up there every week to change your sheets is just it's a nightmare.
I feel like is it Clueless, that movie where she like picks her outfits on a morning on the tech thing?
Oh yeah.
Well, that was it.
I'm going to be really lazy and say I need some kind of device that brings a glass of water up to me when I get into bed when I decide that I'm thirsty.
Just like a robot that just crawls upstairs.
Robot that brings me ideally a snack. I'll take a biscuit.
I would take wine.
Something that can come and give me lots of tattoos and I just sit there and enjoy my life.
My way of making tea, not actually making the tea, but thinking about what to have for tea and getting it from the shop. That is one of my biggest problems every day, is what am I going to have for tea? And I think about that as soon as I wake up. So yeah, someone to sort that out.
I'm a bit of a tree hugger, so anything out in nature would be amazing, but only on the days when the sun is shining, it's not raining or blowing a gale. So I don't think if I had to choose an industry, I probably wouldn't choose a different industry of where I am at the moment, and maybe I am just being overly biased again. But I think my hobby is my hobby and my job is my job, and I'm enjoying both at the moment, equally so.
I think we're quite similar in that way. I think I like the idea of being a gardener or a florist.
Yeah, but reality.
But in reality, I probably wouldn't enjoy it
A long time.
in every season. Teacher.
I'd like to be a maths teacher. That was my dream growing up.
I've always had an interest in the past in working in fraud departments. I would like to dig deep and catch out all the wrong uns.
I used to work in corruption and that was fun.
The obvious one for me would obviously be a pilot. I'd really like to be an airline pilot. I did want to be a fast jet pilot. Not tall enough for either of those. I think something relaxing I might like to do might be, I don't know, floristry. Just a complete departure from programming. I really like putting flowers together.
I always wanted to be a teacher.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
But nothing like, I would need to be primary school. Like I would just want to be around kids playing in the park. I don't want to be responsible for exams.
I work in a zoo. I think I could, yeah.
You'd be so good in
I
zoo.
would be so good in a zoo. And actually, I think some of them are easier to wrangle than humans.
So true.
Yeah. Zoo worker. No idea. I don't know why tightrope walking was the first thing that came into my head. Skill. I'd speak a different language, I think. That's a useful skill. Yeah.
I was not going down the useful route.
Well, how about tightrope walking?
I was like, I'd love to be one of the people that's really good at chess because I think it's really impressive. But it would be not helpful in life at all.
Not a useful skill.
No.
It's not a useful skill.
I think sometimes I would like to understand more of the technology side, but then only when they're talking to me about something completely, very, very complicated, or to me it sounds really complicated.
Painting. I really like to be good at painting and artwork and to be able to draw what I see in my mind. I guess with what I do with websites, I kind of create things in virtual space, website designs, what have you, but I'd really like to be able to do painting of the natural world. And if somebody could give me that skill overnight, that would be brilliant.
At the moment for me, driving. Because I'm learning to drive, as everyone knows. If I could do it instantly and just have it, then that would be my one skill.
I'd like to learn Python, but just wake up and just know it.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in learning it or spending any time or investing any time in learning it. But if I just woke up and had it in my toolbox, then
You'll be happy.
great.
I'm trying to learn how to do a handstand. But I can do it against a wall for quite a while. That's my goal for the year. So, you know, yeah, if I could wake up and have a handstand, I'd have completed my yearly goal. So.
Gardening.
Yeah, gardening day. Yeah, it's a day to spend out that. It would be great for people's mental health. You have to go out and do some gardening, you know.
The best day in spring.
Yeah.
Wake up and you see it's like the best day.
Yeah.
Right, National Garden Day.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think, and everybody would appreciate it. I mean, any day that's the beginning after a long winter, and that's that first nice day, people feel panicked to get out because they might miss it. So if we could have that day off, that would be amazing. We might have to talk to Dan about that.
I'll put it in the suggestions box.
That would be great.
So I would have like a National Sarah Day. Just if you're called Sarah, you could have it as like a bank holiday.
I would like a holiday to celebrate the one day of sun we get every year. And it's not a fixed date. It is for the single day of sunshine that we get at some point between July and August. And the sun comes out and everyone automatically gets a day off to celebrate.
That's really good, isn't it? That's a really good answer.
National Picnic Day, where we have a day of guaranteed good weather, where we can go out and sit on some grass or next to some water somewhere and have a lovely picnic.
A day to relax.
Yeah. For the environmental issues that we've currently got, I think we maybe could do more sort of no electricity days or something like that, just to,
God, imagine no Wi-Fi. Kids will go mad.
I know, it'd be quite fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.